Have you ever thought that your teacher was the worst teacher ever and that she was so mean? Well, you haven't seen nothing yet because these are the top 5 worst teachers ever. Number 5 on the list is Ukayla Lofton. As you can see in this picture, she has put Jolly Ranchers in her braids, which is super creative. And technically what happens is a teacher on school picture day, she comes in like this, and a teacher says smile for the camera, and she takes a picture of her, and this is in a Chicago school. And what happens is later in the day after school, after picture day and everything happened, she posted the picture on Facebook and commented really mean comments saying, like, mocking her and saying, oh, look at, she has Jolly Ranchers in her head, and saying really rude things that you should really never say to a kid. So eventually what happens is Ukayla's mom or parent had seen this picture on Facebook and sued the teacher. And so, yeah, that's number 5 of the worst teachers on the list. Number 4 is a teacher named Miss Barron. And what happened was there was a deaf student in the class. This is not actually the picture. It's actually a little boy. And every day, if he got in trouble, his punishment was Miss Barron would take her hearing aids out of his ear and send him out in the hallway without his hearing aids. And it was just super mean, and I really think it was it was just so rude to even do that. But then what happened was his friend told his parents about it, and eventually that whole thing stopped. And it's really not big of a story. It's not that big of a story. It was just this kid. It was just super rude. Like, who would even do that to a little kid that's just so innocent, that's just deaf, and she takes his hearing aids and takes them out, and that's just so messed up. And that's number 4 on the list. Number 3, the drunk teacher. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this before. So this teacher goes to school drunk, and she actually teaches the whole day until she gets treated by the nurse and gets recovered by the cops. And she was in fact intoxicated. And the petty part was, these are little kids. The kids were probably so scared, but luckily nobody got hurt. And these kids, like, the whole day just going with this drunk teacher in their classroom. And like, why would you even think about going, why would you even be drunk as a teacher? Like, that's just messed up. So she won't ever be teaching again. She's probably actually in jail. But let's just think, these little kids are probably just looking at her. She's probably, tripping and falling and, acting not like a regular teacher. So why would you, it's just so messed up story, but it is not the worst story. That is number 3 on the list for the top 5 worst teachers. Coming in at number 2 is a dyslexic, I don't know how to say that, student. And this teacher, every time, he's really good at math, but everything else he just wasn't that good at. And when he would cheat, she would actually lock him. She would put, this one time when he was cheating, like I said, she put him in a cupboard. I'm dead serious. She put him in a cupboard, and she would have all these really bad punishments for this kid, and he didn't know what to do, and he didn't really know how to control it. And I feel really bad for this kid because he's only in 5th grade. I mean, he was in 5th grade, and yeah, that's pretty old, but come on. Like, why would you even do that to somebody? And that is why that is number 2 on the list for the worst teachers ever. Like, seriously. Okay, number 1, don't mind that, is this teacher. And yes, the picture is what it tells. This teacher tells these kids that Santa is not real. He dresses up in a Santa outfit, And literally, he acts like Santa and everything. And then he says that Santa's not real and takes off the beard, takes everything off, and says that Santa's not real. And these are super little kids. Like, these kids are just too young to be knowing these kind of things. And I think it's like super petty. Like, why would you ever do that to some young kids? They were probably like super like frozen at what this guy was telling them. And I'm still stunned at why he would do this. Like, why would you do that? Like, do you have mental problems? Like, why are you a teacher? Like, nobody wants a teacher that is just so petty. Like imagine being there and then just going home and just knowing that it's your parents that are doing that. And I think it's just super mean. Like, I just still can't believe that somebody would do this in front of a giant class of little kids. So that is just so crazy. Like, seriously, that's number one. So that was the top 5 worst teachers ever. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos. See you later.